underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lucas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Unloads quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Line getting set on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Noles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Leaves it with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it! Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Noles moving quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Gonna run it. It's Lucas. They get him stopped after he picked up a 5 to the 28th. The Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. White 80, Brooklyn. White 80, Brooklyn. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Trying to pound their way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Check, check. Red 54 flex combo. Red 54 flex combo. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. What we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Pulled and fired complete. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The screen, and watch out. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense cashing it in on that drive. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll ride Davis here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Rides the back and leaves it. Fights off a defender. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Off the play fake. Buys a little extra time. He turns it loose to the left. He's got it. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. The give on the option. He'll be stopped just a little short of that 25-yard line, and now they have a decision to make on 4th down.
Coming up, 4th down.
Check. White 94 slider.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To the air, it's Sayin. Finds the tight end. There he goes. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open.
It's a running room. He's loose. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Play by the speed, Mac. You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
They got it down to the 3, now it's second and goal. On the ground, and he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Skips away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch inside the 25. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. They try to get it outside on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Caught in the backfield. It's Donaldson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Kick is in the air. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoy. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And I think that's one of the hardest routes to defend. When you're outside and they're running comebacks, you think about it, it looks like it's going deep, I can't get beat deep. Receiver sits down, but how about the break on the football, getting in between him and the receiver and making the big play.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the right. Got his man! And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man, it's White. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Black 33, Mouse choice. 33,
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the catch! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Florida State!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Fair catch, called for and made. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They are looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Rides the back on the option to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. Picks up the first down, still moving. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Noles will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently...
It's a seam wide open. Oh, a lot of space. The tap. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They want to run this quarterback. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Gives it on the option. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Grab near the marker. It's Lucas.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
He'll do it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. It's caught. At the 35, he's loose. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Knowles. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Knoll Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to Davis. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it inside the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. He'll pull it on the read. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone. And the Noles in the hurry-up. On the ground, it's Lucas. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Wide open spaces. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And that's a first down for the offense.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. That's caught. It's Tate. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Gives it on the option. Finding open areas. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Working that left side now. The Buckeyes get enough for the first down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Right down the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To throw, it's Castellanos. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him this time. There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He'll keep it himself. Turning on the Jets. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play call by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Here comes the heat. At the 35, he's open. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Jackson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Got it in the middle, it's Tate. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the big fella. At the 45, on his way. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Gets the back moving. Got it looking for a first. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. Drive will come from the 9-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time. But you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the Doak. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Buckeyes are in a mess here on third and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game? Down by multiple possessions.
can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He's got it on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Now facing a third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On third down, going up top. Pressure coming. Here's a throw downfield late. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give on the option. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.